Okay, 2K fans. So for my second video build, this is going to go about the most intriguing build combos at point guard. Now, I did a video on most useful. You can check that one out. I'm going to leave a card for it up above. But I had two other builds I was going to work on, the sleeper builds and the least useful builds. But I'm going to crack the least useful right now. When it comes down to point guard, there's only really one actual archetype that is no help on the floor at point guard, and that is a primary defending build and any secondary build outside of driving and finishing. At least with defensive driver and finisher, they can at least do some work and finish in the paint. But if you got a defending build that's combined with anything else, you don't even get that well of a good advantage with a defensive post scorer. But out of all the builds, the defensive primary build at point guard makes you literally useless on the court. But if anybody gonna try one out, I'd love to see what they can do with it. But let's get into it. Most intriguing point guard builds for NBA 2K18. All right, so at number 3, I have the driving defender point guard. Now, with the taller build, this build could be some fun. It can have some fun, bullying other point guards in the park, really taking advantage of them. The high dunking and layup ability means that he can finish strong at the rim. And with the high speed, it means that he can transition on defense as well. Chase down blocks will be a plus. 3 Hall of Fame badges. I don't really worry about Hall of Fame badges too much, but those 3 are posterizer, acrobat, and one-man fast break. With those 3 Hall of Fame badges, relentless finish as a gold badge. Most likely you're gonna have pickpocket or pick dodger as a gold badge as well, and defensive stopper. This kind of build is gonna be a bully at the park. He's gonna be fun to play with at the park, fun to play alongside. And like I said, if it's a taller build, it gives you a chance when it comes down to defending the bigger threats. Now this build ain't gonna bully no center, but he might get some good highlight dunks on the center. He might get some good blocks on the center right under the basket. So this is gonna be one of those good builds to kind of just play around with. At number 2, I have the driving post scorer, similar to the driving defender, but with the key on being able to play under the rim, being able to play in the paint. This build almost maxes out dunks, almost guaranteed maxes out layups, especially a taller defender. This build to be able to finish strong, and with the acrobat Hall of Fame, that means that he can get the extreme acrobatic layups, your Kyrie Irving jelly layups. Really has some fun with this build. Decent mid-range shooter, so he can get a good open shot. If he gets hot, he can be on fire shooting the mid-range. Speed's not bad at all, so as when it comes down to it, you couple that with the one-man fast break on gold, he can play some transition defense, and this build has the ability to grab offensive boards, defensive boards. But the main thing is this build can play in the paint. With a build that can play in the paint, you can real life take the big man off the back down. You ain't gonna be able to bully your way in the paint, but with this build, you can back your big man down and finesse around him. Most likely you'll have up and under specialists at gold. Most likely you'll have post technician at gold. So with this kind of build, you can really have some fun and get caught with the mismatch against the big man in the post and be able to really do some work with it. Back him down, go up and under, finish with a dunk. This is going to be a good build. That's why I got this one listed at number 2. And my number 1 most intriguing build for point guard is the playmaking post scorer. Now, this is a combination that I know people have looked at, people have seen, and people just probably said, that build ain't competitive. And this build can be competitive. It's not necessarily about being competitive, but this build, with the elite ball handling skills that this build has, with the high amount of speed that this build has, this build can play in the post, can grab boards, can run the fast break, can run the pick and roll offense. But at the same time, when you get caught in that pick and roll offense and you got to rotate, the big man has to rotate to pick you up, you can use your size and finesse your way in the paint. This is a build that a lot of people are going to sleep on, but I guarantee you, if you try this build out, this is a build that you're going to have a lot of fun with and realize that you don't need to be the best shooter on the court. But he does have a high enough mid-range shot where he can hit he got hit at a Dirk style post jumper mixed with that mid-range shooting ability. That's a combo threat right there for to be at the point. So this is my number 1 build when I think about most intriguing builds to look at when it comes to putting 2 builds together and seeing what kind of fun you can have with it. This build intrigues me the most. This is one of those builds that I'm going to be playing with shortly after the game come out, and I done got my first build to where I want them. This is gonna be one of those builds where I'm gonna have some fun with down the line. And there you have it. There's my top 3 most intriguing archetypes in NBA 2K18. I'd love to know what you feel is your most intriguing point guard archetype for NBA 2K18. Let me know down in the comments below. And make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.